style. Ultra-dark analog psychological horror. No humans, no faces, no silhouettes, only abstract, shifting darkness. And a shadow entity without clear form. Use extremely slow pacing and long, lingering shots. Extend the video naturally with silent moments, static fog drifting, and near still frames. Environment, a dark surveillance. Chamber filled with old monitors. Wires, faint blue lights, and drifting fog. The space should feel abandoned, cold and deeply wrong. Shadows move independently. Light flickers irregularly, always weak and unstable. Narration. There are recordings that capture events, and there are recordings that capture something else entirely. This footage was never meant to be seen. Not by me, not by anyone. It started weeks ago, when the night shift logs began showing missing hours. The camera inside the surveillance chamber recorded darkness, nothing moving, nothing happening. But the timestamps didn't match reality. Some nights were longer, others shorter. Time was bending inside that room. At first, the footage was only static. Quiet mist, a cold blue flicker. But the longer I watched, the more I noticed something forming. Within the stillness, on several nights, the shadows thickened, as if gathering in the corners, waiting for something. The fog shifted unnaturally, curling upward against gravity. Wires on the ceiling swayed, even though no air was moving. Night after night, the recordings grew stranger. The shadows took longer to fade. The static became heavier, like something was breathing inside it. Even the screens in the room glowed faintly. When they were powered off, and then the entity appeared. Not a creature, not a figure, just a towering mass of darkness, stretching across the floor like spilled ink brought to life. No face, no features, only depth. Where there shouldn't be any, it drifted across the chamber. Slow and deliberate. Every movement caused the fog to twist, violently, pulled by something unseen. The lights flickered as if afraid. The entity hovered near the central monitor, absorbing the blue glow into its shape. Growing darker and darker, as if feeding on the light itself. On the next night's recording, the entity was closer. Closer to the camera, its shape trembled, expanding and collapsing rhythmically, like a heartbeat that didn't belong to any living thing. Hours passed with the entity barely moving, only shifting its mass, tasting the air, learning the room, learning the camera, learning the watcher beyond the screen. Each night it grew more aware. The fog around it went still. The chamber temperature dropped. The static deepened until it wasn't noise, it was whispering. Whispering without sound. And every night since, the entity has looked a little different. A little closer. A little more solid. Last night, for the first time, the recording didn't show the room at all. Only darkness. Complete, overwhelming darkness. Then, a shape emerged closer than ever before, right against the lens, pressed into the glass, as if trying to push through it. It didn't move, but the shadows around it did, rippling, spreading, reaching along the floor like tendrils. searching for something to hold on to. The monitors around it flickered on by themselves, not showing the chamber, but showing me, watching from the chair. But here is the part that shouldn't be possible. I wasn't in the chamber last night. I wasn't even near it. The camera showed me sitting in a room I wasn't in, and as the recording ended, the entity leaned closer, until its darkness swallowed the frame, and I heard one question echo through the static inside my mind. If I found you through the recording, where do you think I'll appear next? Visual rules. Keep the entity as a dark. Shifting mask, no face, no human form. Use long, slow shots. Fog drifting, flickering lights. Empty frames, static overlays. Extend pacing significantly. No humans in the environment. End with complete darkness, then display. Dr. Mysteries. Exploring the dark side of reason.